Hello, everyone. I'm back December 16th today, about 10 o'clock at night. I had a super long day. And interestingly, perfectly, I got a question that I want to talk about. The question that I was asked like a million times so far on my YouTube channel. I go back and forth with the people about the same subject in a podcast to talk about it. So let me read the question because a lot of people are going to be asking the same one. Hi Milos, is your style of training appropriate for a drug-free athletes, bodybuilders? Frequent workouts, high volume, and intensity don't seem to be the best way for naturals. Really. We cannot recuperate as fast as your training style would certainly lead to overtraining. And I had this constantly. I had many videos that I post on my YouTube channel, and then I have immediately, naysayers. No, drug-free athletes should not train like this. That's too intense. We can't recuperate. Overtraining, overtraining, overtraining. For the love of God, my favorite saying. Okay, what do you think, all of us pro bodybuilders, when we start training? Evan is here, Jordan Peters is here, the all the pros that you know, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler. What do you think we did? We start bodybuilding and start taking steroids right away? I mean, for real, seriously. I trained for 7 years before I ever took anything. 7 years, and I was training like a mad dog. I remember, going into the gym and just like, oh, high volume, high intensity, more, more, more. More is better, more is better. Well, this might not be exactly the case. I see recently constantly overtraining. Oh, you train twice a day? Oh, overtraining. I train twice a day, 6 days a week, forever. This was my style. But the question here is, should natural train as often, as hard, and as frequent? Hell yes. So if you're natural, how do you think you're gonna get to that level that you can maybe contest some of the people that enhanced? And as a matter of fact, today I trained for the 4th day in a row. 4 days in a row. Scott Jayu, he is IBB Pro Men's Physique from China that has qualified for Men's Physique Mr. Olympia 2022. And I remember when I started preparing him before like 2018, 19, and I talked to him, how everybody is like skeptical, they don't believe the people are drug free. I mean, this guy, I met his girlfriend, now wife, his mother, his brother. I've seen everything about this gentleman, and I can guarantee you he would never think of taking any steroids. He wanted to do it drug free, and he told me that he wanted to be first one to qualify for Mr. Olympia being completely drug free, and he accomplished that goal. So when I train him, as you can see on my YouTube, do you think that I discounted anything, that I tried to, do the workout with the less intensity, less volume? I mean, certainly maybe he is not as strong as some guys, and that would be reduced, because of course enhanced are much stronger. But then, student from Duke, Chinese guy, exactly Tony, I think Xie is his last name. He trained with me yesterday and today, and I promise you, he shocked me. So we did the chest yesterday, super high volume. Guy doesn't get tired. I did anything, and he kept going. Today for legs, okay, I did pretty much the same workout I did with my pros, and guy did more weight with the breeze. Actually, to the point he was doing it so easy that I was getting pissed off. Like, okay, why does this guy push this much weight? How can he handle this kind of intensity? Giant sets, super slow, heavy. Guy is 100% natural student. He's training just for 3-4 years now. Tony is his name. I'm sure that he's gonna respond to this. He is delighted. He hired a videographer that actually videotaped some of my workout sessions. And Guy was shocked because he's seen, my pros being in trouble with this much intensity, with this much weight, going super slow, parallel, below parallel, squeezing his way out. So here was a perfect example for this question. Should you or should you not? You tell me, did Ronnie, Jay, Flex, Kevin, Sean, any of us start training like a maniacs back in the day and using drugs right away? No, we didn't. So what's the difference from my training drug-free or not? Zero. Training is training. Nutrition is nutrition. Only this pharmacological aid that some of us choose to use to be competitive at the highest level, this is extra to equation. Training should be the same. How often, how much can you train? Let me tell you, throughout the years of my experience, I ran into the guys that train 3-4 hours a day every single day, and look phenomenal. Okay? Did somebody whisper to their ear, oh, it's overtraining, you should stop? Or somebody would tell me, I can have more work, more anabolic opportunities, more nutrients that I can maybe send to my muscle or less. What I'm going to do? I'm going to do one less set, one less rep. Hell no. So really, this is from the bottom of my heart, to anybody that is constantly hearing, seeing, reading, overtraining, don't do it, too much, you force your body to adaptation. You can force it to this level, that level, or whatever level. So let's talk about Olympic athletes. In every sport, how many sports are there? Olympic Games, yeah, I know that somebody can cheat and maybe squeak in and do some enhancement drugs and pass, and I'm guilty of helping some before. But most of the athletes at that level, right, there's a lot of Olympic athletes that train 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. You think I'm exaggerating? Look at other sports. Look at my favorite, mixed martial arts. How much do you think those guys train? Submission, the striking, and then conditioning, and then weight training, and then all that stuff. So think twice. I'm really sick and tired of hearing this, overtraining, and then naturals should not do what enhanced guys do. Yes, you should. My golden rule back in the day with my training partners, since I started in 1987, enhancing myself. From 1981 until 87, I was drug-free. In 1987, I started, and then I had a training partner right away. And we both always decided we're gonna do whatever on, and then we're gonna be off. And when we are off, we have to train just as heavy, just as hard, or even more intense, because it's easier to train enhance. Yes, it is. But, that was a golden rule. When you're off, then you train like a maniac. So all you natural, people, I take my hat off to you because you decide to do it naturally. All the power to you. But don't immediately discount yourself and think you cannot do as much work just because you cannot recuperate. Recuperation, nutrition, it's completely different thing. But training is for stimulation. Go there in the gym and kill it. Okay? This is really my downright truth that I want to share with you. Okay, next question.